The real difference between people who consistently grow financially and those who stay stuck is not intelligence, income, or opportunity. It's behavior. It's the set of small, invisible habits that operate quietly in the background, shaping every financial decision without people realizing it. Today we're going to talk about the key habit shifts, the subtle but powerful behavioral transitions that dramatically enhance financial performance over time. These are not hacks. They're not shortcuts. They're frameworks that shift your internal approach to money, allowing you to make better decisions automatically, with less emotional friction and more long-term clarity. Before we continue, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, because this is the kind of content that transforms how you think, not just what you know. And if you're watching this, it's because you're the kind of person who doesn't want vague motivation. You want structure, awareness, and real progress. Let's begin with the first key shift, moving from reactive behavior to intentional behavior. Most people don't manage money, they react to it. Bills arrive, expenses appear, opportunities come and go, and people react emotionally, quickly, automatically. They buy because something is on sale. They invest because someone recommended it. They save when they remember or feel scared. This reactive pattern destroys financial performance because reaction is influenced by emotion, not strategy. Intentional behavior, on the other hand, creates a buffer between emotion and action. It means you decide how money will be used before the situation arises. You allocate, you plan, you structure your habits so that money flows in the direction you choose, not the direction your emotions push you toward. People who perform well financially rarely make money decisions in the moment. They create systems that make the decisions for them. This leads to the second habit shift, moving from short-term optimization to long-term positioning. This is one of the hardest transitions for most people because short-term thinking feels productive. I saved $20 today. I bought something cheaper. I worked extra hours. But small short-term optimizations often distract from the long-term structure that actually builds wealth. Long-term positioning means identifying what behaviors consistently elevate your financial life over months and years, not days. It means prioritizing habits like consistent saving, regular investing, gradual lifestyle control, and income diversification. These habits don't always produce excitement today, but they create exponential results later. People with high financial performance understand that wealth is not built by intensity. It's built by continuity. Now let's talk about the third shift. Transitioning from emotion-driven spending to value-driven spending. Emotional spending is not simply impulse buying. It's buying in response to internal states like stress, boredom, insecurity, excitement, or social pressure. Emotional spending is powerful because it feels justified in the moment. I deserve this. It's just once. This will make me feel better. Value-driven spending requires a mental filter. Does this purchase improve my life in a meaningful and lasting way? Not, does this feel good now? Not, is this cheaper today? Not, do other people have this? But, does this align with my long-term well-being, stability, and goals? When you shift into value-driven spending, you don't necessarily spend less, you spend with precision. You remove the noise, the waste, the purchases that fade instantly, and keep only what stays relevant with time. Now, the fourth shift is one of the most transformative, moving from identity-based habits to outcome-based habits. Most people hold on to financial behaviors because of who they think they are. I'm bad with money. I'm not disciplined. I'm a spender. I'm not organized. These identities become self-fulfilling systems. They dictate behavior because people act in alignment with who they believe themselves to be. Outcome-based habits remove this emotional identity barrier. You stop asking, who am I when it comes to money? And start asking, what outcome am I trying to create and what behaviors align with that outcome? People who enhance their financial performance don't let identity decide their financial behavior. They let their goals decide their financial behavior. Now we move to a more technical and psychological shift, transitioning from income focus to net worth focus. Income feels like progress, but it can be extremely deceptive. Higher income means nothing if your habits expand your lifestyle in parallel. But when you shift your focus to net worth, the actual growth of your assets minus your liabilities, everything changes. You start evaluating decisions based on their long-term impact on your financial position. Suddenly, saving makes sense. Investing becomes non-negotiable. Debt becomes a threat. Lifestyle inflation becomes visible. The goal stops being earn more and becomes grow more, which is an entirely different behavior set. Next is the sixth key shift, moving from random savings to automated allocation. People who struggle financially usually save whatever is left at the end of the month. People who perform financially allocate money at the beginning of the month. They treat saving and investing as immovable obligations rather than flexible suggestions. Automation removes emotional resistance, decision fatigue, and inconsistency. When your financial actions happen without daily effort, your performance improves dramatically. The seventh shift might be the most psychological, shifting from avoidance to awareness. Many people avoid looking at their finances. They avoid checking their statements, avoid opening bills, avoid calculating their expenses, avoid confronting their lifestyle, avoid analyzing where their money is going. Avoidance creates financial anxiety, instability, and lack of clarity. Awareness, even when uncomfortable, creates control. People who enhance their financial performance track their numbers, not obsessively but consistently. They know their income, expenses, debt, future obligations, and net worth trajectory. Awareness eliminates uncertainty, and uncertainty is what causes poor financial decisions. Now, the eighth shift, moving from singular income dependence to multi-source stability. This is one of the most strategic transitions for long-term performance. When all your income comes from one source, you are vulnerable. Your lifestyle depends on one job, one client, one market, one skill. High-performance financial behavior involves gradually creating additional streams, not overnight, not aggressively, but intentionally. A small side income, a modest investment return, a skill that generates occasional projects, a small online product, anything that reduces dependency improves stability. And stability improves performance. The ninth shift is subtle but profound, transitioning from consumption mindset to creation mindset. When you're a consumer, you use money to acquire. When you're a creator, you use money to build. Builders, not consumers, shape their financial futures. And creation doesn't always mean business. It can be investments, habits, systems, skills, networks, or projects that compound over time. The 10th and final shift ties everything together, moving from effort-based progress to system-based progress. People who rely on personal discipline struggle because discipline is inconsistent. It fluctuates. It depends on mood, energy, stress, and environment. Systems are consistent. Systems repeat. Systems create results even when motivation disappears. The highest performing financial individuals create systems that work even on their worst days. These habit shifts are not dramatic. They are not flashy. They are not meant to impress. They are meant to compound. And when habits compound, they create outcomes that most people never experience, not because they didn't have the potential, but because they never shifted the internal mechanisms driving their behaviors. If you're watching this right now, your financial performance is not determined by your past. It's determined by the habits you choose to build today. And the most powerful part? You don't need to change everything. You only need to shift a few key behaviors, because the smallest shifts create the largest long-term effects. Now I want to hear from you. Which habit shift do you think will impact your financial life the most starting today? Comment below. Your insight might help someone else improve their life too. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Money Tips, and watch the next video on your screen. It continues exactly where this one leaves off.